This is my review on the 2022 Extreme Rules pay-per-view that just concluded. The opening match tonight by far was, in my opinion, the best match of the night. The Brawling Brutes took on Imperium in a good old Donnybrook match, which is basically just a bar fight. I thought it was absolutely great. It was an absolute war, like you thought it would be, between Imperium and the Battling Brutes, and it was great to see Sheamus and the Brutes get a win back over Imperium, which I'm really enjoying this feud. It's just two grown men beating the absolute hell out of each other. I do think the spot of the match was when Butch did the flip off of the barrels. I thought that was great. And then, of course, Sheamus just teeing off on Gunther was absolutely incredible. I thought the Celtic Cross onto the table outside was the spot in the match. Thought it was great. I honestly give this one a 3.5 stars out of 5 for me for the match. The next match was Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. Yikes. Uh, it was boring. Honestly, I didn't care. Um, I didn't care at all. They were no selling spots left and right. Liv passed out at the end, so she didn't technically tap out or anything like that. And Ronda's once again champion, which we all know where that's going. At least I think it's going to be her and Becky at WrestleMania. But honestly, the crowd was dead from that first match. Um, it was really boring, and I'm not the only person who thought that too. The baseball bat didn't even seem effective. Most of the spots were no sold, like I said. It was just a very, very boring match. The worst match on the card to me. I'm being generous here and giving it a 1.5 star out of 5. It totally, it was just boring. It was boring. The crowd was dead, and I just didn't care for it. Being 100% honest. Next on the card was a strap match between Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre. Started out with a bunch of brawling outside. Kross refused to put on the strap, so he beat the hell out of McIntyre outside, and then McIntyre finally put the strap on, which sounds wrong on so many levels. But anyways, he and Karrion had an okay match. It was what I was expecting. Slow pace, like most strap matches are. I really do like Karrion Kross, though. I like how he picks apart his opponents very, very slowly. I like that for some reason. So, Karrion Kross ends up winning by interference from Scarlett, which Drew took pepper spray to the face, which is painful in its own right, and Kross won with his finish, the running forearm. I thought that was a good way to establish Karrion. Well, even more so on SmackDown. Honestly, it was just a mid three-star match for me. Thought it was okay. Was exactly what I expected. Okay, I realize what I'm about to say is probably gonna piss people off, but this is my video, my opinion, my review. I don't care. The next match was Bayley and Bianca for the Raw Women's Championship in a ladder match. I've liked Bianca for a while. I just can't get into her anymore. I don't understand why they're super Cena-ing her. Um, as to be expected, Damage Control came out and tried to cause total chaos, and Bianca took out all three of them. The match ended with a KOD, which you saw coming onto the ladder. It made Bayley look weak. It made Damage Control look weak, and I really don't know where they're going with this in Bianca's booking. Are you gonna have Rhea challenge for her next? I mean, Bayley just lost when the deck was stacked in her favor, and she still lost. I don't like that decision. And I mean, Bianca's an okay superstar. I'm not going to take anything away from Bianca here. But at the same time, I don't like how they super push her. Like, and this could, like, very well said, like I said, super scening her. Um, I just don't understand if they're going to keep this continuing feud with Bayley. If so, how does she get the win? It just doesn't sit well with me. I think Bianca's being pushed too much, and Bianca needs to lose the strap before Mania or before the end of the year would be great. I do possibly think Bianca can take it, or not Bianca, but Bayley could take it from Bianca. I just don't see how they'll rebuild her back up after this. But I'll be honest, I will give it a 3 out of 5. It's the best I can do with it. I'm sorry, guys, but that's the best I can do with it. Another one of the most boringest matches on the card to me was the I Quit match between Edge and Finn Balor. Sucked up until the end when Beth Phoenix made an appearance, which was great. I enjoyed that aspect of it. And then when her and Rhea squared off was great. Those two need to fight. Rhea's Rhea, and Beth can still go. I feel like Beth and her should have a match somewhere soon. I'm not saying WrestleMania, I'm not saying Royal Rumble, but somewhere in the near future. Because Beth and Edge just got written off because Edge said I quit, which I think any man would in that situation, watching his wife about to get her head caved in by a steel chair. So, but Rhea being the manipulative bitch that she is, she ended up doing it anyways. But that's what makes Rhea Poppy. So, and Rhea is Poppy. But honestly, that match to me was a 2 out of 5. So slow paced. The constant moaning into the mic of asking him if I quit, back and forth, back and forth. And I feel like they were just dragging things out to make time last. I mean, Mysterio made an appearance to try to help Edge. It didn't go anywhere. Dominic finally did something. I'm still thinking he should honestly tell him that he's a Guerrero. Just throw that out there. That needs to happen. Just say I was never really your son. My real father's Eddie Guerrero. I mean, he's got the mullet. He's got a China-like ass person with Rhea. Just run with it. Hunter, seriously, it's right there. Book it. 2 out of 5 for me. The main event was the fight pit match between Seth freaking Rollins and Matt Riddle. Honestly, kind of lackluster. I expected Rollins to lose because this was Riddle's match. DC was okay. I don't feel like they needed Cormier in there, but gave it a big fight feel, I guess. But it just didn't do anything for me. I don't know. I just was really bored by this pay-per-view. I thought this pay-per-view sucked. But let's talk about that ending, though. The White Rabbit was revealed to be no other than Bray freaking Wyatt. Oh my god, it was so nice seeing him back on TV. Yes, I will admit, I am not the biggest Bray Wyatt fan. I wasn't a big fan of The Fiend. But seeing Bray Wyatt back, knowing Triple H isn't involved with creative, makes it sweeter, and it was so nice seeing him. And let's be honest, if it wasn't Bray, that crowd would have rioted. But it was great seeing him. And I'm interested to see if he's going to bring anybody with him. It's great to see Bray. And I'm just really happy he's back. But overall, Extreme Rules 2022, I'm sorry. This show was boring. They tried to build Extreme Rules up to be like an old Extreme Rules show, which there's nothing wrong with that, but to me, I just feel like it didn't live up to the hype. Most of the matches dragged out in parts. I just felt like it wasn't lackluster enough. The Ronda Liv match definitely sucked the fun out of everything. I mean, you could tell they were no-selling stuff left and right. Bianca overcoming 3-on-1 didn't sit well with me. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Bianca. She's a talented superstar, a talented women's wrestler. But I just don't keep seeing why they are Cena-ing her into the women's division, which now, if Bayley lost all credibility for a 3-on-1 attack, what do you got next for her? To me, the match of the night was the opening match. That's my take on it. Opening match was the match of the night. I enjoyed that. I enjoy watching Gunther and Sheamus beating the hell out of each other. I do feel like Sheamus needs that IC belt though. So maybe give it to him, even if it's for a brief, like maybe a month run at that. Just give it to him. But that's my thoughts on Extreme Rules 2022. I'm going to be posting more wrestling videos. I'm going to be posting more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. If you want to go at it with me about my opinion about Bianca or the show, I'm more than willing to debate with you. Let me keep it clean, of course, but I'm okay with that. But that's my thoughts.